We'll start right from the beginning. We'll see if we can make it without screwing it up. We're gonna make somebody's favorite breakfast. We're gonna make somebody's favorite breakfast. You know, I'm Polish. One time, one of the only good times that I ever had in my life, we went to friggin' a cottage when we were little kids. Doesn't matter what kind of a knife. I'll use this piece of crap, worthless steak knife to cut it. It doesn't really matter how you cut it because you're gonna squish it into, pulverize it into pulp anyways. This is gonna take, you'll see in real time exactly how long this takes, because you have to get this down like to the second. Because if you screw this up and miss it by like 30 seconds, you're not gonna enjoy it. And this is only if you like your eggs like loose. Like they have to be almost a little bit runny. Even though I'm grossed out by runny whites, so this is so delicious that the only way you can really eat it when it's good is if it's a little bit runny. It's easier to make. It's easier to make using 3 eggs. Somehow it always comes out perfect, so much easier, but 3 eggs isn't enough, so I'm going to use 4. And I'm not going to show you what kind of butter I use because they don't pay me for sponsorship. But this is the best one. There's only one. If you buy any of the other ones, they're going to taste like crap. The best is one of my buddies. After I told him friggin' about butter and stuff. It's like everybody does, bro. 6 months later, they're telling me, oh, you gotta use this kind of butter. Like, bro, I told you about that butter. You told everybody about it, now you're trying to pretend like it's your idea. Everybody does this. Bro, my friends call me, literally, my friends, I don't really have that many friends. They repeat the same things that I said to them 6 months ago. They try to pretend like it's not only my friends. Everybody does this. It's so pathetic, dude. You're repeating the same thing I told you, man. You're repeating it to me. Don't get me started. Anyways, we're gonna see how long this takes. I have the camera on SD, so I got enough time to record this. Not super HD, just normal HD. So it'll be enough no matter what. And now we let it evaporate. I'm not even gonna turn the fan on because it's gonna make noise. We let it evaporate until there's no water out. The whole key is you only really want the pulp of the tomato. So that's what's going to make it taste delicious. All the water has to be evaporated because any water in your eggs is going to ruin it, bro. It'll instantly make it all spongy and it ruins the whole thing. All the water has to be gone. If you take too much out and it's really drying out, you can just throw in a little bit more butter and it'll make everything creamy again. You can't undercook you can't overcook them. Well, you can't overcook them. But even if you overcook them, you could just add butter just to make it creamy again. But if you undercook it and leave water in there, it's going to taste like crap and it's ruined. It won't work. It doesn't work out properly. We'll try to make it perfect consistency. See if it comes out. See if it comes out properly. I'm gonna go check out on my little buddy for a second, make sure he doesn't melt the screen door again. How's she going? She's evaporating nicely. Might steam up everything. Might steam everything up. I don't know if it steams it up. I guess I can pause it for a second. Doesn't really matter which tomatoes you use. You can use any tomato. So one time, because I'm Polish, right? So it's funny. Even Polish people don't know how to make eggs and tomatoes. One of the only fun times we ever had, we went to a cottage for a couple of weeks and I was like a kid. I think I was like 13 or something. And there was a couple of 15-year-old girls there. One of them had a boyfriend, friggin', but the other one didn't. So I got to be her friend for a couple of weeks. But what the guy he was making this, he's like, we're making eggs and tomatoes. So you know what he did? He made the tomatoes. Well, he's not the only one, but he made the eggs. Then after, he just cut the raw tomatoes and threw them in there. I'm like, bro, that's not eggs and tomatoes, man. It's funny how different people make things differently, even though it's the same thing. But a certain somebody that was talking about making eggs and tomatoes a day or two that thinks they're too cool for their own shit, I think. Just like everybody else on this dork show platform. Oh, a bunch of friggin'... Oh, don't get me started. We'll see if we can make them properly anyways. See, now I'm grifting off you. Told you, they all grift off of it. Off this place. That's all they do. They sit around here and they watch friggin' other people's videos and they make videos about it. Some of them change their name because they're embarrassed that they grifted their name off somebody else and everybody knows about it and they make fun of them. Oh, this place is so sad and pathetic, man. If you're a girl, I don't blame you for being friggin' a train wreck. Living with these friggin' men. They're not men, they're not. But again, never mind. Scum of the earth. They're the ones that taught the girls everything. I guess everybody has each other to blame. Alright, how many minutes has that been? Holy smokes, 7 minutes in already. So I guess it takes like 10 minutes to make this. Just judging by how it's looking. This is already almost done. You see all the water's already done? It's already almost evaporated. You can't put it in yet, because if you do, you're going to screw it up. You know, this piece I don't really need here either. This piece is annoying me. Yeah, these were thick tomatoes, right? You saw thick they were, right? They're all on sale. They were all the 50% off. I wasn't even going to make them, but I remember the girl made a video. Look, they're all on sale. So now I got breakfast for 5 days. You're right though, this is the best for them. This is the best breakfast with eggs. You're right about that, I'll give you that. I'll give you that, senorita. You think that dork squad's gonna help you? Boy, are you in for a shocker. Let me see how they treat people around here. Alright, so all the water's gone. If you can see, there's nothing in there, there's no more water. But so you can pretty much put the eggs in, because now it's just if you want the consistency of the skin of these tomatoes. If you want it softer, then you might want to leave it in there for a few more seconds. But that's done. That's done. That's done. Okay. So now we're going to put the eggs in and make them delicious. But of course, before we put the eggs in, we got to put just a little bit. No, it's not enough. Put a little bit more butter so it tastes good. There we go. There we go. See, no more water. Don't worry if it doesn't smell so good, the eggs and the butter. If you're like, the smell's kind of a little bit of turn off at this point. Because this eggs and butter mix smell, honestly, it's not really that great. It doesn't smell like a girl does first thing in the morning. But It's gonna taste delicious. All right, here we go. Normally they're brown eggs. I don't know who the heck bought these. I have a slight suspicion. Since I don't have any other ones right now, I'll just use these pieces of junk. It doesn't matter because they're all gonna get broken anyway. It's just the only way this tastes good. You have to scramble everything. You can put your salt in for them whenever you want. Now is as good as time as any, I guess. Pepper too. Alright. And now, just like Gordon Ramsay says, the secret to good scrambled eggs is always keeping the pan moving. Always keeping the eggs moving. Because you see it'll turn crispy almost instantly. You can even take it off the heat because it's hot. See how quickly it's cutting the eggs? You don't want the eggs cut. You want them a consistency like scrambled, because it's like almost how they are right now, because that's the only way it tastes good. And even if you put a little tiny bit of water, I mean, if you leave a tiny bit of water in with the tomatoes, it will ruin it. And if you leave this on for like another 30 seconds extra, it'll ruin it. It'll turn it into sponge. Like we're already, that's it, okay? I'm gonna have to take it off the heat right now. Because if I leave it in there any longer, see how it is? It's gonna turn into sponge. It's gonna taste like crap. Completely changes the taste and it ruins it. This is how you eat them. So they're kind of slimy. See, there's still like egg whites in there a little bit. But this is the only way that it tastes really good. Even that. Let me see. No, they're still slimy. Let me see. Oh, it tastes good. But like right here, I see the consistency. I don't know if you can see, oh, there it is. I don't know if you can see that difference between that and that right there. Like you see, that's like slimy a little bit. See, it's still slimy. That's how it tastes good. When you get it to the sponge, it doesn't taste good. And the difference between this and this is just a few seconds. So there you go, eggs and tomatoes.